Out of here anyways. Small fig. Right around the 80s. 88th Street. Not that far from Popeye's Chicken. Just a little bit further down. But anyways, I had to do a little bit more research after the other video I posted about how to release people from hell realms and so forth and so on. Now, I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers. I'm not going to fucking lie, man. This took a lot of fucking contemplation and bravery on my part, but I'm just sick and tired of the fucking bullshit. Because this shit's done fucking... It's done gotten fucking to a crescendo where something's got to be done about them two hell realms. One is called E&E, which specializes in creating the red rosies that look like this. That's the entity attachments that they place into you to be able to, basically, what their purpose is to, once the consciousness eaters, which look like this, they can also work exclusively as well, but the red rosie's purpose is to go into your consciousness, into your energy body, pilfer and steal every and any fucking thing that they like and want, and pretty much like with no fucking remorse, no conscience whatsoever, and then bail the fuck on out. Oh, that's pretty. With that being said, because this shit got real fucking tricky, the other, how you doing, sir? The other thing that they work with is called E&Z. There's a lot, that's like a major company in the astral plane that deals in consciousness and right before you incarnate on Earth, it creates your consciousness, E&Z. And they specialize in a lot of realms, but the worst of their realm are the consciousness eaters. There's plenty like it that specialize, how you doing, miss? That specialize in eating your consciousness, are welding to it, bonding to your consciousness, open it wide open, and then allow you to be attacked physically by entities from the astral plane. It's a fucking nightmare to deal with. I've been dealing with it for like 9-11 months now. The thing about this curse is it ain't like no fucking regular, you know, schmoozy joozy ass curse. This is something that's fucking scientific and literally takes the scientific method to be able to fucking solve. This is not some easy shit to be able to solve. You have to use frequency, not sage and fucking salt water and none of that nonsense to be able to solve and fight something off like this. It's a very dangerous fucking curse. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I nearly died in my sleep 5 to 6 times over the past couple of fucking days. At one point I went to sleep. Next thing I know, when I woke up, they sent in a computer program that looks very similar to this. What they call a roach attachment. We all have them. That goes in and then starts the process of sacrificing you or executing you. It's like an execution program, and you'll just say over and over again, you are going to die, you are going to die today, you are going to die. And it's extremely sentient. It sounds independent. Basically, what both programs do is they bond to you and they go in just like a computer virus program. They're viral. But I'm going to teach you the ways of being able to get rid of them. And they basically usurp the function of your inner system, your astral body. You know, this ain't no spiritual shit. This is, look, I saw behind the fucking veil. I'm not gonna fucking lie with this fucking curse. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What these motherfuckers do is they bond. Okay. They usurp control of your energy body. They usurp the functions of it. They destroy it and pervert it by taking over. After bonding to your energy body, they mainly bond to your consciousness. These motherfuckers got the fuck out. This is supposed to be out, which I'm not. Now that was a curse. That was a curse that was imposed on me. That's for a whole nother time. But anyways, that's not here or there. But anyways, this is what's important, because this is some hard shit to get off. It bonds with your consciousness, and then from there proceeds to usurp the energy programs of your consciousness. It'll take over your palate numbrae. We all have palate numbrae. Palate numbrae record, it's like the memory bank of your body. It records memory and so forth and so on. It's one of the places that has your timelines in your energy body. Certain things I know I'm not supposed to be saying, but you have to have your spiritual protection up. And I'm going to tell you how to protect yourself in the astral plane with this shit, because what I'm about to say to you is extremely technical. These things become a part of your energy body. These things become a part of your energy body, and then they proceed to take it over. The consciousness eaters, for example, will say over and over again a chant, a mantra saying, "We like to eat people's consciousnesses." Woo, 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 woo. They might try to get deceptive, so watch out for that. The red rosies will say over and over again, and I kept hearing this refrain coming from the red rosy Barbara attachment. There's actually an attachment coming from Yona Occalas. That's a real name. I kept getting Occalas and so forth and so on. And their soul matrix that they attach to your body through their higher selves. They got fucking nervous when I mentioned that. Occalas. I heard Giorgio's and I heard Yvette or Yvonne. I had to write all of this down. Anyways, with that being said, what they do is they bond with your consciousness. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I kept hearing the red rosy say over and over again, "I want to make you smell like shit and piss and vomit, and I'm going to steal energy, pilfer off you and everything else." They're horrible fucking entities to deal with. These two motherfuckers, Yona Occalas and Robert or Frank Occalas, formerly known as what's his name? His name is on the tip of my tongue. Not Robert, but Barbara and David Rayner. These are the two entities that they use, the two entity programs that they use to be able to take over. The way it works is, I believe they get their higher selves or their entity attachments to harass the living fuck either out of usually your higher selves, which is what happened with me, and bully them into a soul contract if they feel like they're not strong enough, like to withstand it, if they're not cognizant. .322 hertz frequency, by the way, allows you to be able to get knowledge. Just so you know. Now you know. That's why 322 is a really big number in the Illuminati. That frequency helps you to get knowledge. Ooh, shit. With that being said, the way the curse works is they goad your higher self into signing a soul contract. Once they get one of your higher selves to sign the soul contract, they send their entity attachments in to usurp the functioning programs in your astral body and to completely fucking destroy you and then ultimately kill you in your sleep. Like I said before, a couple of times I nearly died in my sleep due to this shit. I was getting constantly energy harvested off of, having different, down to even like physical features. I was able to physically see the difference. You know, parts of my astral body being stolen and taken. And, you know, at one point, I almost got tricked into signing a soul contract that would have sold out. Me and my spirit guide. I remember I woke up instantly, falling out, tumbling out of my body, and I said, I did not fucking agree to this. You have to wait for me to be fully conscious and know what the fuck I'm doing. That's the rules of the spirit world. They can't make you sign a false contract. They have to make you fully conscious to be able to get you to sign a soul contract. That's why they like to compromise your higher selves by becoming your higher self. Because when they become your higher self, as you know, from what I've heard, plenty of people have experienced, they start to set the rules for things. And then proceed to play an unfair game that puts you at a disadvantage because the motherfucker your higher self, like for instance, blocking you from being able to see where the motherfuckers who put that shit on you in the astral plane are located. And being able to block you in so many different ways. You know, you play a game where you get your shit back, and next thing you know, them motherfuckers get your timelines back, your blessings back, your spiritual abilities back. It's a back and fucking forth. That's why I say I had to put the time in and do the research to be able to find out who the fuck is protecting them. What the fuck is putting me at an unfair disadvantage in my own fucking consciousness, as well as my greater consciousness, because I've seen it and been there before where I've experienced your greater consciousness where you're connected to other people and all of that, to their heads in the astral plane and all. I've seen all of that. The way these motherfuckers work is, once your higher self signs a soul contract with them, never sign a soul contract with these motherfuckers. They then proceed to put the poor higher self, as what happened with me, into a hell realm. How you doing? Where their brain, their consciousness gets taken over by a roach attachment. And they can't break free. So your protection becomes compromised as a result. They took advantage, from what I understand, because my higher self was a baby. Before that, it was Bear Insanity. Reasons I don't want to talk about. Yeah, he was the first one to put me under the curse, but nothing this fucking severe. He let me have some of my blessings, but I think that's thanks to Eden. One of my spirit guides went into the roach realm to get that shit. But he wasn't evil like these sinister, sick, sadistic motherfuckers are. They put you in the hell realm. They put them in the hell realm. They become your higher self. They set the stage for energy robbing off of you, stealing your timelines, especially your most successful, stealing your plot lines, stealing every fucking thing, your blessings, every fucking thing. They steal it all from your energy body, your consciousness, different parts in the astral plane that's connected to you. And then when they see you ain't giving into a soul contract, and especially like with me, when your motherfucking ass is revealing the inner workings of how all this shit goes down in work, they start to proceed to put you in hell realm after hell realm after hell realm, which is what happened to me in my consciousness, and keep you stuck as much as they possibly can. You have to have severe spiritual protection to be able to fight this. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The way it works is you're going to have to get on with a goddess Kali, a Bear Insanity, a Hecate. You're going to have to get on with them. Something like that. A Loa, a Thor. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The way it works is, like a viral program, they take ablaze your consciousness like wildfire and take it over. Think of, how you doing? The Body Snatchers. Think of The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Doom, 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 doom. That's exactly what fucking goes down in the astral plane with these things. These things literally are like the fucking Thing. They get to a crescendo where they take over your entire consciousness, especially if your consciousness was not strong from the get-go. So you will need a Bear Insanity, a Hecate, a Thor, with somebody with an independent consciousness to back it up. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. All this shit looks like a computer program when I've seen it in the astral plane. And in your body are entities, okay. We have connections to God himself, Jesus, Source. The problem with those is that when your consciousness is compromised, your inner Jesus, your inner God gets compromised. But if you have a Bear Insanity, a Hecate, somebody like that in your corner, they have their own independent consciousnesses. So they act as a buffer to keep you from not being overly taken over consciousness-wise. That's why for a curse like this, you would need to pray to a god or goddess outside of the whole inner Jesus, the higher self pantheon. Especially if you've already been compromised, especially as severely compromised as me. I'm very, very fucking compromised. I'm not gonna fucking lie, no joke. Like I say, many occasions, it's gotten down to the point where I've nearly fucking died in my sleep. I remember the program came through when I woke up. They were stealing my spirit guides, my spirit team. Like that entity attachment program came in like wildfire, taking every fucking thing over. But I'm gonna tell you the frequencies with how to fucking fight this. These things are literal astral parasites from outer space in the astral plane. That's what you're dealing with. Alien, astral, nanobot type entities. The worst of them operate like black goo. And I know you've heard them talk about that on YouTube. I believe that that's what's used to take over the consciousnesses of people by the red rosies. When the red rosies come in, they take over. They replace their higher self consciousness with theirs. Yeah, go ahead, sir. With theirs. And proceed to just...
What's your face?
I'm under the deck here, sir, and I'm doing a YouTube video.
I thought you were somebody.
Don't touch me, man. You don't want to touch me. Trust me, I got something on me.
I got something on me. I believe in the devil, girl. You can't scare me. Look,
Hey, man, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I want you to touch me.
I have a deck curse on me. Don't touch me.
Put the curse on me.
You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, the curse can't do nothing to me. Hey, I'm got you. Put no curse on me. Amen.
You don't want that shit on you, dude. I did not put anything on you. Trust me. If I wanted to, I could. Ignorant nigga tried to touch me and I grabbed his hand. He's trying to harass a sex worker over there. You heard that shit, right? I'm controlled by the devil. What I'm dealing with, that shit's deep. Anyways, with that being said, once the red rosies come in and take over, they are some hard to get off entities. I'm trying to think of more stuff to talk about with regards to them. I totally forgot. Something they made me fucking forget. Some entity attachment made me fucking forget because it was some really, really good information about them. They come in, they take over that higher self. Oh, this is what they do. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Once they usurp the higher self, they cast them into a roach realm or some type of hell realm where they're stuck. And they take over the body. The red rosies take over the body of their higher self, a roach attachment. I saw it one night when I was shown where a deputy I used to know who worked at the Lost Hill Sheriff Station, female, she had a similar curse casted on her. And I saw the roach attachments themselves kept saying it looked like giant squished roaches came out of her. And it was the most horrifying, scary experience. If you've ever seen Candyman, it reminds me a lot of that in a way. Because you have all them roaches. So, fucking with my hair in the astral plane just now. That's a tragic thing about this curse, because you constantly have to defend your shit, defend yourself in the astral plane. And you're in the physical, and that's hard to do. But anyways, I saw a large roach come out, and it was exactly like they say. They look like giant squished cockroaches, but it was composed of like a bunch of different cockroaches. It was the scariest fucking thing. I didn't think I would be scared of something like that. When I woke up, I didn't find it to be all that scary, but it is. Them motherfuckers have been pissed since day one because I've been talking about their operation. Now, pretty much what I'm getting is these motherfuckers, it's like some consortium of higher selves that work with these entities. In many instances, if the higher self is not evil enough, like in the case of one of them people, they will fix it to where they'll fix the higher self of someone that's caught in the hell realm with theirs so that it can be malicious and evil. This is some complicated, next level type shit. I've seen them create shit in labs. It's horrific in the astral plane. So these aren't just like fucking shadow people or just motherfuckers with no consciousness. That just do what they're told to do by whoever put them on you. They have a consciousness and they're extremely fucking sentient. And that's the scary thing about it. When they bond with and when they take over your consciousness, it becomes next to impossible to be able to fight off. And it's horrific. Every single fucking day I faced having to constantly have my consciousness picked at, torn asunder, destroyed, pulled, picked apart, torn apart, scratched. It's a horrific ordeal to face, and it's one of the worst fucking things you could ever fucking put on a person. But I'm gonna tell you how to fight it. 616 hertz frequency is your friend. That is instrumental in closing your consciousness to these things. 122 hertz frequency is very good for getting rid of those entities. If you want to keep your energy signature and get rid of them, 1919 hertz frequency is really, really good for doing just that. Along with, there's a couple of other frequencies too, but they'll come back to me. Another one is 1999 hertz frequency. That's good for getting rid of negative entities. I used that on a couple of occasions and got rid of them. 1714 hertz frequency. I'm gonna tell you something right now. These two motherfuckers, the Rainers, have a soul contract in which they're not allowed by these roaches that they work with in the astral plane. I found out their name is Relles and Associates. That's from what I heard. And they control a lot of consciousnesses in the astral plane, and they're over E&E, which is inverted backwards, spelled backwards, which runs the Red Rosies. They're over E&E, and they're over, what's the other motherfuckers? I was actually, you got them. Then you got the E and Z, which commands control of a lot of consciousnesses, subconsciousness really, in the astral plane. You want the ones that control the consciousness eaters. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, just keep getting E and Z. I kept trying to find out for a long time who's in charge of this motherfucking shit in the astral plane, because that shit's got to fucking end, man. They need to do something about that realm. That realm should not exist. Motherfuckers that go around eating your consciousness should not be allowed to motherfucking exist, because that is the most evil ass shit you can ever fucking put on somebody. I'll tell you this. It got to a point where one time my consciousness was being melded together with another person's consciousness. And when I took on their memories and their energy signature and nearly lost who I am, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I've heard that people who had that shit walked on them would experience having entities eat their consciousness, which I know is hell to deal with. Like I say, they had my functions, my entity attachments, inner entity attachments actually work against me and do something fucking similar. And that shit becomes hard, next to impossible to get off. Believe me when I say that. Believe me. Let me see what their name is. Yeah, like I said, I just keep getting an E and a Z with the consciousness eater entities. Another one time was where I felt them motherfuckers pull my timelines out of my body, which was not that long ago. Back of my head, back of my consciousness, hey! And next thing I know, I was falling out of my body. And that shit scared the fuck out of me, that my mortality could be compromised like this. That's why somebody need to do something about that realm. Because that's some horrific ass fucking shit. From what I understand, the Rainas, they're not allowed to grow their consciousness. When you make a deal with the roach realm that they did, you can't grow your consciousness back. So that's why them motherfuckers don't like it when they lose. I'll just say that. And they're very, very insistent and bullish on you signing the soul contract. One day, for instance, I was able to get every motherfucking thing back. Next thing I know, this bitch wanted to fight me in the physical plane, in real life. They set it up so you motherfuckers can hear each other in the astral plane. And when you be going back and forth with them, they establish your house as their house. Just like in gambling. And you know in gambling, when you gamble, the house is always at an unfair advantage. They set it up so that your entity attachments and any entity attachments they place in you cavort to steal your timelines and give it to them. Steal your blessings and give it to them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a never-ending fucking struggle with these things. You're compromised because you got the enemy within. And they'll steal every fucking thing off you, every fucking thing. You have to constantly fucking be getting it back. In addition to being unfairly fucking tormented. I saw in one of his timelines that motherfucker was supposed to be punk rocker. He would have been stuck working at a jewelry store for the rest of his life, and in many of his timelines, this is David Rayner, this motherfucker would have been stuck at a jewelry shop working there, because you know you can't do much if you're doing punk rock and all of that. So he settled for a life of stealing people's best timelines so he can enrich himself and make his life better at the expense of you. Got me living in homeless shelter after homeless shelter and on the fucking streets. Meanwhile, he's benefiting. Both of those motherfuckers are benefiting off what's supposed to be my goddamn fucking blessings. I don't like that shit at all. And unfairly trying to make my afterlife even worse. From what I understand, they plan on, just from what I heard, Barbara Rayner made a deal with an entity attachment that lived in my nasal chakra to put me in endless cockroaches where I wake up stuck in roach stomach acid for the rest of my afterlife, barely being able to get a word out because roaches control your consciousness in the astral plane. Look up the nigger muck. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And take your ass over. Oh, I hate this shit. Oh, God. I'm too close to the fucking astral plane for this shit. But anyways, with that being said, look up the nigger mock. All right, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up. They get these motherfuckers to control your consciousness. Okay, they get roach attachments that are extremely sentient to control their consciousness, from what I understand, to some degree. Have them with full-on segmented consciousnesses. These two evil, wicked-ass motherfuckers, they need to be taken out, man, because it's not... It's not natural for us to be this fucking close to the astral plane. Except in sleep. When we travel in our energy bodies. I don't like this shit at all. These motherfuckers just tried to fuck my ass up just now, man. You know, the roach attachments that they put in you, man, ain't no motherfucking joke. These things totally compromise your shit. With that being said, these motherfuckers, all right, it's a lot. To get rid of something like this, you have to use frequency. You have to use frequency. I'm going to try to look up some other frequencies that I listed before that you can use. I'm going to say this right now. To release people from hell realms, 1185 hertz frequency is your friend. .125 hertz frequency is also very good for helping to release people from hell realms in the astral plane. Let me see what else.